What is up, YouTube? Clayford08 here, and today I got another episode of Pimp My Portfolio. Now, this is week 2 of my brand new series. This one is really fun for me because I get to take a look at somebody's portfolio and give it a second glance, you know? A lot of people like to know from others that are investing in cryptocurrencies, hey, is my portfolio a good one? Could you take a look at it and give me your opinion on it? And that's exactly what this show is about. So anybody can send in their portfolio to me. You obviously don't have to attach any of your actual numbers. I don't need to know how much money you have in your portfolio. You just tell me which ones you're more invested in and which ones you're less invested in, and that'll work for me. I can work with that. So today, I had somebody send in their portfolio to me, and I'm not going to say this person's name. I'm never going to do that on the show because this is private information. But I'm going to go over this person's portfolio with you guys and say my thoughts on it and what I think they could do to improve this portfolio. So let's just jump right into it. All right. So this person's portfolio is Golos, STEEM, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Siacoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, and Status. Now, I think that overall this is a really, really great portfolio. Now, personally, I think there should be more in it. Obviously, there are only 8 coins in this portfolio, and if you were watching last week's episode, I talked about how having around 50 coins is actually the smartest strategy. Now, I don't know if I would go with all 50 coins, but having around 20 is probably a safe bet. I think that that's a good number to have in your portfolio because you never know if any of these coins are actually going to shoot it off into space. Like, I can tell you, for instance, Siacoin in this portfolio has done extremely well over the past few months as far as percentages go, but I think it still has a lot of potential to grow. So let's just talk about some of these coins that this person has in their portfolio. Golos is a Russian version of Steemit, and for those of you that don't know what Steemit is, it's a social media platform that allows you to create your own blog and discuss anything you want. And it's similar to Reddit, whereas you have subsections that you can discuss and place that specific post in that subsection. And you can tag up to 5 subsections on each post. Or I shouldn't say you can. You're supposed to tag 5 subsections on each post. So that's what Steemit and Golos are. I think they're great projects. I think they both have a lot of potential. So those two are really good. Bitcoin, the grandfather of all cryptocurrencies, it's not going anywhere. It has the best infrastructure as far as cryptocurrencies go. The most companies around the globe accept Bitcoin as far as cryptocurrencies are concerned. So that one's a good investment. Ethereum is a great platform, especially if you're trying to get involved in any ICOs. So I definitely like that one. I will say this though. Ethereum Classic is doing incredible today. I think that it has a lot of potential to do extremely well over the next year. So I might think about adding Ethereum Classic to this portfolio if I were you. Next one, Siacoin. I already talked a little bit about that, how well it's been doing, but let's discuss what it is. Siacoin is used for cloud data storage. It's very similar to Amazon's cloud storage. However, it's so much cheaper and easier to use because you just have to get that token, pay for it, set up that contract, and anybody can host from their home computers as long as you have a little bit of extra hard drive space. Siacoin is going to do extremely well. Litecoin. Litecoin is the silver to Bitcoin's gold, and I think that it has a lot of potential to do well. It's already activated SegWit on that one. Lightning Network is coming soon. I think that with Charlie Lee coming in and quitting his job at Coinbase to develop Litecoin even further is a really, really strong sign. So I think Litecoin has a lot of potential to do great things. Alright, status. This is actually something that I didn't know much about until I researched this person's portfolio. So Status is actually a really cool project. They're trying to create an Ethereum-based operating system for smartphones that allow you to use decentralized applications on the Ethereum blockchain. It's also an instant messenger, and it allows you to send money to anybody else using this essentially operating system on your smartphone. I believe it's a third-party integration, so it's not actually an operating system as far as that goes. You just download it on top of your operating system that you're currently using. So that seems like a really, really awesome project to me, and I would definitely hold on to that. I was looking at the market cap of it, and it's pretty low, so I think that this one could have a lot of potential using the Ethereum blockchain, because anything that's piggybacking off of Ethereum right now is doing exceptionally well. The last thing in this person's portfolio is Digibyte, and personally, I am not a big fan of Digibyte. I never suggest holding it long term. If you want to swing trade it, awesome. It's really good for that. But holding it long term, if you go on their website's not very good. They don't really do anything with Digibyte that other currencies haven't already done. So they activated SegWit. Okay, cool. A lot of other currencies are already doing that, like Litecoin. Digibyte is used for some gaming applications, but if you actually go on their website and click on the gaming section, there's nothing there. They don't really explain how it's used. And so I'm not a big fan of Digibyte. I would probably drop that off of this portfolio if it were mine. But moving on, talking about some of the things that I would probably add to this portfolio. Like I said before, Ethereum Classic is definitely something that I would look into if you're invested in Ethereum, because who knows, you might like the philosophy behind Ethereum Classic more than Ethereum. I'm not going to go into that because it's a huge debate. Ethereum and Ethereum Classic developers go back and forth as to which one is correct and which one is more suitable for the blockchain, but you'll have to do your own research on that. But beyond that, EOS is another great project that I would look into. Today, it's really high as far as value goes, and I don't know if I would buy in on a day like today, but it still has its ICO over the next year, where I'm sure we'll see lower dips in the market as far as that goes. So EOS is another great project that will allow decentralized applications, smart contracts, and it's going to have free transactions. I think that it's a good project to look into to add to this portfolio if that's something that you're into. I might look into adding one of the debit cards that you can purchase tokens for, like Monaco or 10x. I really think that this market for these debit cards using cryptocurrencies has an excellent place. I think that those could eventually do extremely well if they get more adoption, and so maybe picking up some of those tokens might be a good thing for your portfolio here. But other than that, you'll have to continue doing research on other projects that you want to get into. I think that right now you have a very solid portfolio here to work with, and I think that you could definitely grow this portfolio into something incredibly nice. If you keep holding the ones that you already have and maybe ditch Digibyte, I think you'll be doing pretty well in a year from now, 2 years from now. So That's all I have to say about this one today. I hope to see you guys next week. And again, if you would like to have your portfolio looked at by me, just send it in to me on Discord. I will have the link to my Discord below, and you can whisper me personally with your portfolio. That's it for today. And Pimp My Portfolio, Clayford08 out.